Everyone, my name is Johnson. I'm a web developer that works in an internet company, but in my free time, I participate in GovZero. It's an online community in Taiwan that promotes public participation in democratic societies with the aid of open source softwares. So, by the way, in this session, photos are welcome, and sharing to social media is more than welcome. Yeah, you see, one is now Photoshop, photography. So, in previous sessions, like yesterday and the day before yesterday, we focused on news reports and newsrooms. However, in our project, Cofacts, we approach the internet hawks and rumors from consumers' perspective. So, what is consumers' perspective? My family members start a group or a chat room online to share information. It's really common in Taiwan, and the same would happen among co-workers in a company or friends in group tour trips, and so on. Basically, everyone would have dozens of chat rooms in their mobile phone. Every day, messages like this may pop up from one of those chat rooms. This message claims that raw eggs on the windshield will block your vision if you activate the washer and wiper. And gangsters will use this technique to force you to pull over and harm you. This is proved to be false information many years ago. Trust me, when someone wants to make a scrambled egg on your windshield, you can totally trust the wiper to get rid of it. However, we are still receiving these hoax today. If you want to know if this is correct, or even more than that, we want to stop rumors from spreading, what do? Well, we may spend minutes or hours Googling for the fact-checking reports. Then we write the information we found into chat messages that is consumable in the context of instant messaging. Lastly, we send it back to the chat room and hope that we are not hurting their feelings. And we need to repeat that every time. Since our effort is only perceivable in one chat room, we will need to repeat that in other chat rooms. How tedious is that? That's why I started the Cofacts project, the chatbot, with a collaborative fact-checking database. Currently, we are experimenting that online messenger, but I think the experience could apply to other social platforms as well. Whenever a friend sends you a message and you want to check it, you can just forward that information to Cofacts. The chatbot looks the message up in our reply database, then returns the found replies. It also lowers the entry barrier for the senior citizens to find answers on their own. In 2016, more than 90% of our senior citizens in Taiwan use LINE every week. For them, LINE could be their first step into the world of internet. We could be familiar with this process of Googling and finding information on our own, but I found that at least for my family members, this process is actually quite difficult. It turns out forwarding messages in LINE is much easier for them, and they do it every day. So with chatbots, we can empower everyone, old and young, to find information more easily without even leaving chat applications. So that's how chatbot would serve the users. But how do we get the database? The database stores two kinds of data: the reported internet message from LINE and how editors could reply to the article. When the user sends us a message that is not found in our database, the chatbot asks if they want to submit the message to the database. Then the submitted message is stored and displayed in a website, cofacts.govzero.tw, where the editors will come and submit their replies. An editor can take a look at the message and choose from contains information or contains misinformation, contains correct information or contains misinformation. Then provide a short reply text for the chatbot and the references that the reply text is based on. Later, if someone asks the chatbot the same message again, it answers the user with both the reference and the reply text provided by the editors. Furthermore, if two editors have different opinion to one message, they can also submit their replies respectively. So it is possible for one message to have two or more replies. The chatbot will display multiple replies at once to notify the user that there are different versions or different opinions to reply, to choose from. So we embrace and appreciate diversity. Lastly, we allow anyone to become editors. Anyone, as long as they have a Twitter or Facebook or GitHub account, can register at our website and become an editor to start writing replies right away. It is like a Wikipedia that links the fact-checking reports and internet messages together. The linkage between them are the crowdsourced replies from the editors. So this is how Cofacts works. There are two groups of people involved accessing a collaborated database of messages and their replies. Now let's take a look at some numbers. At the end of June, there are more than 18,000 people adding Cofacts as their friends in line. More than 7.5K line messages were forwarded to our database. About 150 messages were reported to the database every week from about 100 weekly active users. As for the editing side, by the end of June, there are 160 editors registered in our website. Every week, there are 7 unique editors that will write up to 90 replies as a whole. As you may notice, that is actually slower than how the reported messages grow. So to make our editors feel supported, we've held offline editors meetup, inviting the online editors to work together in the same place. This photo is taken from our first editors meetup. Within 100 minutes, we have more than 10 editors writing replies to successfully process 112 messages. The meetup was a real fun. It's nothing like sitting in front of a laptop to do fact-checking alone. The collaborators get a chance to sit down and work face-to-face, and they've talked a lot and laughed a lot. We are having our second editors meetup in mid-August. Let's hope that we can motivate more people to become editors and start contributing to the database. Last but not least, the source code of the chatbot, the website, and the API server are available at GitHub. So everyone can start hosting their very own Cofacts today. Our working folder, including all our design notes and meeting notes, are open in public as well, so that you can get to know how we made our design decisions. We really hope that others can duplicate Cofacts and bring it to a different level. For example, a group of doctors can build their own line bot that specifically targets health-related messages and so on. As we go all open, all professions can leverage our current efforts into their own fields and finally benefits the general public. To sum up, Cofacts is a chatbot that searches for replies right inside the chat app. For those who don't know how to Google, Cofacts lowers the entry barrier and empowers them to find information on their own. By collecting real-world internet hops and inviting more people to become editors, we hope that Cofacts can facilitate the spreading of fact-checking reports and help users to gain information, to think independently, and finally improve the media literacy of all citizens. That is the end of my presentation, and the link of the slide is up there, bit.ly/Cofacts-slides. So thanks for your listening.